What's going on, folks? Welcome to the channel. Really do appreciate you being here. Week 90 of reselling this week, and it's been a journey to get here, and this pretty much puts a wrap on Q3 or September for 2022. I want to share with you two things in this video. Essentially, one being my weekly progress for week 90. I'm going to show you all the details and all the insights that I've taken away from this week, but also I'm going to take you through the numbers and all the findings for September, which includes P&L statement, my profit and loss statement, my eBay numbers, my profit first details, and also a quick update on the KPIs for FY23. Along the way, if you have any questions or any comments, chuck them down below. I'll do my best to answer those. Let's dive in. So kicking off with the top 5 items for this week, number 1 was this Chelsea 2013 training tracksuit. Now this one I actually picked up for $1.13, and I've been able to sell it for $85.77, going all the way over to the US, and I've walked away after fees and postage for $41.28. Top item number 2 was this humanoid VHS that I've been able to pick up from my big VHS bundle that I got. Got about 700 VHS. It's pretty crazy. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I paid 43 cents for this one, and I've been able to sell it for $55, and after fees and postage, I've walked away with $34.21 back into my pocket. Top item number 3 for this week was this Samurai Champloo Volume 2 manga. Now this one I picked up for $1.98 from a local Salvos. I've been able to sell it for $40, and I've walked away with $24.71 after fees and postage. And the fourth top item for this week was this Lego Mix Minifigs bulk lot. There was probably about 400 grams here. Actually, there was 400 grams here. I paid about $10 for this, and I've been able to sell it for $50 and walked away with $23.39 after fees and postage. Now, the item that I want to take you through in a bit more detail today is top item number 5, but essentially this is just something that to be on a lookout for. Now these are the Canterwood Crest series, just some horse books. Think of like the Saddle Club, but a bit more for teenagers. And I've been able to pick up this big bundle for $34.83. I picked them up from Savers, and I've been able to sell them for $80. They did sit for a little bit, but I got full asking price for them, and I've walked away with $21.17 back into my pocket. So if you can pick these up for 50 cents or $1, you'll actually get quite a nice little profit on these bad boys. So be on the lookout. So how we actually progressed for week 90? Well, sales were down, and my total revenue was down for the week. However, I'm not complaining, it was still pretty solid. So we did 55 sales, we had a margin of about 44.6%. Cost of goods wasn't too bad, $150 almost, and we've sold $1,400 worth with a profit of $628. ASP was $25.56, and we've had an average cycle time of 114. Now, I am a little surprised by the average cycle time. It means items that I've had for 114 days have actually been selling on average. So it's pretty good to get some of the older items getting out the door, and as we ramp up for Q4, start to get some of that new stock moving out the door as well. And here's all the items that have been selling. As you can see here, books have been the big winner for the week. Alright, so if you're still here, let's jump into September. All round, September was, look, it was still in my top 5 months in starting this business. And it was a little down from July and August, but the results are still pretty good. And there's a reason for why I was down in some certain numbers, and we're going to go through that right now. So here's the profit and loss statement for September 2022. Total revenue came in at $6,917. Cost of goods was $650, so gross profit was $6,266, which isn't too bad. However, there were some additional expenses, operating expenses that came through this month. Post supplies, you can see there, they were a little up. I had to bulk up on some of my satchels, and also storage. I actually ran out a bit of space, so I had to get some more shelving, I had to get some more tubs, but these are all going to help me in the long run, meaning I won't have to outlay that cost every month going forward. So that's pretty good. In terms of postage costs and fees, they're still pretty high up there. Of course, postage costs went up in September by about 4%. Now that's just a hit to the bottom line, and that's probably why I've had a huge increase to my expenses this month as well. So total expenses came to $3,989, and operating profit after fees, expenses, all that jazz, we've walked away with $2,277.69 back into my pocket. So an operating margin of 32.93%, which, yeah, if we compare to last month, that 4% from postage has obviously hit me pretty hard, but also those additional expenses in the storage and the bulk mailers. Now, before we go any further, I do want to just flash my eBay report so you guys can see for yourself of the numbers. The numbers are a little out because there were some things that I sold offline as well, meaning not on eBay. So you can see here the total sales via eBay was $6,798, and you can see all the other little details there. That's just to make sure I've got full transparency here. Now, the next thing that I want to dive into is my profit first view. Now, I've spoken about this so many times. The way I operate my business is as money comes in, I do divvy it up into the different buckets to help operate my business in a sensible and manageable way. It just makes my life so much easier. So this month, eBay has paid me $5,366, that's after fees, that have landed in my bank account. And then I've split this up into owner's pay, into profit, into OPEX, which is my operating expense account. I put money aside for tax, and I've also got a little boost account, which I just use for the rainy day. And as you can see here, per week, basically eBay has paid me $1,248, and rather than putting that all as profit, I actually divvy that back up to make sure I've got the cash flow in the right areas of the business. If you've got any questions on this, please do ask. In terms of KPIs for FY23, how are we tracking? We're actually tracking still pretty solid. So for this month, fees were down, which is pretty solid. Sell-through rate is a whole of life target for FY23. I am trying to get a 40% sell-through rate. At the moment, I'm sitting at 25.23% sell-through rate, and that's for the total time of FY23. So we're only 3 months in. Expenses were a bit higher. As you can see here, we were 10.37% of my total revenue of expenses, which is just really, really heavy. So we are up compared to where I want to be. I want to be below 9.75. So let's see how we can bring that down next month. And in terms of time in the business, I spent 84.2 hours working on the business this month. And that means basically 19.6 hours per week. So almost basically part-time or half-time compared to a full-time job. But I am doing this full-time. This is my full-time income. This is my primary income. Doesn't mean I don't have other money coming in. So in terms of comparing to FY22 and FY23, we are still tracking way ahead compared to last year. Basically, sales are up by about 24%, revenue being up 37%, and profit being up 11%. So I'm pretty happy with this. And if you do want to see a quick little flash report of all the items that have been selling in September, have a look for yourself. So there are some lessons and takeaways to think about when reflecting on September and even week 90. I think one thing that you all need to understand, and this is talking to myself, is that costs will come left, right, and center unexpectedly. This month being the postage one. Obviously, Australia Post has come along and said, look, we're upping our prices by 4%. And that's on the mainstream items that I'm using on an everyday basis. Now, I didn't have a choice but to actually continue to use that. There is alternatives. You can use Sendul, and maybe you can use some different operators in the logistics space. However, I didn't have really a choice. I wanted to keep doing what I'm doing, my processes and workflow follow using Australia Post. So now the challenge is, how do you continue to bring down fees or expenses and all those hits to the bottom line without obviously hitting your margins too hard? Well, at this point, I haven't been able to do it. At this point, it's dug straight into the margins. And I think this is the reality of business, is things come your way when you don't expect it. Sometimes we can plan for it and work around it, but you need to be willing to be able to manage it. And that's why I actually use the profit first system so much, is because I'm able to put money into the OPEX to make sure my business is running self-sufficiently. And then I've got the little rainy day account, which is the boost account, but I'm also putting away tax every week to ensure that when I get to the end of this financial year, I'm going to have enough money there for tax or GST. And that's a whole nother conversation. But my whole big lesson for this month is there will be unexpected costs, and how do I continue to build into the business that extra wriggle room to ensure that when these things come again, unexpected expenses and costs, that I've got a little bit more, fat to manage it. That's really the big takeaway for this month. Now, if you're still here, I do have some show and tell. I'm going to take you through all the items that have been selling this week and just show you what I'm packing up and what not.
All right, team, it is Sunday evening and just packing up everything. This is almost everything. I've probably still got another 5-10 items. I just haven't got it out yet. It's getting close to 8 o'clock, and been a big day doing the live stream, raising lots of money for Backpack for Fit Kids. So thanks, everyone. All right, I'll quickly show you what I've got here. We've got some DVDs going out. This guy's gone for 22. This guy's gone for 37. 25 here. Bush Tucker Man. This one's gone for 25. That one went for 15. This bundle here's gone for 17. I've got a big box PC game. That one's gone for 40 bucks. Might have been a little bit less. We've got some VHS going out. I think they went 27 a pop. Got a couple there. This guy went for 32. This bundle's gone for 15. We've got the Story of EC. Sold that already. That one went for 20. This guy, they've gone for like 15, 16. Got some more Blu-rays at the bottom there, and VHS gone for 22. So Lord of the Rings, they went for 35 bucks. More Lord of the Rings went for 25 bucks. We had a big purchase from one person here. There's about $100 right there. We've got some more books going out, different versions. That one's 39, that was signed. That's just a 17, got a 20 and a 15. Yeah, and I think there's still a few other little things I got to pull out, but pretty solid weekend, guys. Pretty solid weekend. All right, team, it is Tuesday evening, just packing up a whole bunch of things to go out for Wednesday. Yeah, a few sales here and there, pretty good, can't complain, but also we've got a whole bunch of Pokemon card stuff going out for the Backpacks for Vic Kids charity live stream that we just did the other day. So really grateful for everyone that helped out for that. So let me show you what we've got. We've got the Tools of Titan that's gone out for about 22 bucks, I think it was. This guy's gone for 17. Spider-Man's about 17. This bundle here of Agatha Christie's gone for 35. We've got some really scratched up Tarzos. They've gone out for 30 bucks. R.M. Williams, this guy's gone for 57. That's postage. This guy's gone for a quick 20. We've got a quick $9 one and a quick $17 one. This Adidas jumper, sports jumper, has gone out for 76 bucks all the way to US. And yeah, that's it. All right, team, Friday morning and just getting everything prepped and ready to go out. It's actually been quite a slow week, a slow start to the week anyway, and sales have just picked up this morning. I've had 3 or 4 in the last 10 minutes as I've been getting this stuff out. So literally just sold this, sold 2 books in here just before, sold that logo just before, and also the Lost World, and this guy as well this morning. So it's been pretty good. But anyway, let me take you through. I've got a quick DVD here for 9 bucks. I've got a couple of Alistar books here, that one and that one, they've gone for 20. Got a Lord of the Rings and an Xbox game. Silence of the Lambs, and then I've got a Isle of Mountain from Tasmania, that one for 29. A couple of VHS going for about 20 to 25 a pop. These guys are gone for 30. That's just a $20 book, $20 book. It's gone for 29. These guys are gone for 55 or 60, I think it was. We've got a, what have we got here? We've got a, is it a Bowie shirt? I think it is. That one's gone for 37, and this guy's gone out for just a quick 20 as well. So not a high ASP, a lot of sales, but pretty happy to have things going out the door.
Really do appreciate you being here. If you do have any questions, chuck them down below. Now, while you're still here, have you considered checking out some of my other videos? I do a bunch of different things. Here's a video about Profit First, and here's some of the other videos that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. Really do appreciate you being here. You have a wonderful day. Cheers.